Hey guys, Nina here. Um, I just wanted to go over quickly the assignment description for your next major writing assignment. Remember, this is due on Friday at 11:59 p.m., so be sure to get it into the correct Dropbox before that. I want to point out a couple of things in this assignment description. It's pretty lengthy. Um, but it's also pretty exhaustive. So if you follow the directions in this assignment, you should do very well. Pay particular attention to the items that I've bolded here. So again, I don't accept late work and I don't accept papers emailed to me through D2L or my Front Range email address. You'll notice I have given you some guidelines for formatting here. Please do follow these guidelines. There's really no reason for you guys to sort of mess with the margins. I've given you a suggestion for length here. If you have, 2 3/4 pages, you're not going to get docked for points because of that specifically. That said, you should really have 3 pages in order to cover all of the requirements of the assignment. This assignment is a formal analysis. I've included here a description of what a formal analysis is, what a formal analysis does. Be sure to include a thesis statement in your formal analysis. So you should be letting me know concisely what you think this work of art is doing and how it's communicating. Hopefully you've all already gone to the museum or the public art site that you're planning to visit. If not, be sure to do that this week. Here are some steps to get you through the assignment. A great portion of this assignment really is describing your object. So think about describing this object to someone who hasn't seen it. If I was to close my eyes and you're attempting to describe this object or this work of public art to me so that I could envision it, so that I could imagine it, what words would you use? How would you describe it? But also be sure to include an analysis of this description. So how does the look of the object affect your emotional response to it? Or how does its background affect the way you perceive this work of art? So this will include a little bit of research into the object. Be sure you've included an image of yourself with the work of art. If you've chosen to go to an exhibition that prohibits photography, please be sure you have an image of yourself at your destination, so at the museum somewhere. And then also be sure to include an image of the work of art itself. So this may require you to actually search the internet and pull up an image, but I'd like to be able to reference that image while I'm reading your analysis. Please include the object's tombstone information. You should be able to find this at the museum or the gallery that you're visiting. There should be a little plaque next to the work of art that lists the artist information, the title, the date, the medium, and the location of the work of art. So I'm specifically looking for where you saw the work of art. So if this is the Denver Art Museum or the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art, list that there. Perhaps one of these institutions has borrowed the work of art from another institution, so you could also include that information. So you could say Denver Art Museum on loan from the Philadelphia Museum of Art, as an example. Be sure to cite your sources. If you look up information about the artist or the materials, or perhaps its original location, be sure you're citing that information in Chicago style. And of course, proofread and edit your paper. The next page on this assignment description gives you a little bit more information on how to complete a formal analysis. Again, I've reiterated that you need to include a photograph of yourself in front of the work of art. And here I've given you an outline of the elements that you should be covering. This probably looks pretty familiar. We discussed the formal elements and principles of design in the 3rd and 4th weeks of the course. We've been working on describing those elements since the 3rd and 4th weeks of the course, so be sure you're addressing these different elements in your visual analysis. Again, you should be including a thesis statement that reflects your overall perception of the object. Is this object successful? What is this object communicating? And then at the end there I've got a list of appropriate institutions for you to check out. Again, hopefully you've already gone and seen the work of art, but if not, here are some suggestions. Just FYI, right now the Kirkland Museum is closed, so probably can't go there. If you guys want to receive some extra credit points this week, shoot me an email that asks a question about this assignment, or that tells me or that summarizes your progress for this assignment. So if you're wondering something about how to complete the assignment, ask me that. If you don't have any questions, then tell me where you are in the process of completing this assignment. Have you gone to the museum or the public art site yet? If not, when are you planning to go? If you've already gone, have you started writing your paper? How far along are you? So this email just needs to be a couple sentences. Be sure that you include the statement, this email is for extra credit, or be sure that you include the word extra credit somewhere in that email so that I know that you're doing this for extra credit points. So shoot me an email, I'll give you some extra credit, and we'll be able to discuss your progress on this assignment. In order to receive these extra credit points, you also need to email me prior to Thursday at noon. So be sure you shoot me that email so I can give you a little bit of feedback on your response to me. Let me know if you have any questions via email. Good luck completing the assignment and this week's content.